I got a question for you guys. What's creepier than pedophile Joe Biden? How about a White House Halloween party hosted by pedophile Joe Biden? How would you bring your kids, by the way, to the White House? Well, one day after calling Trump supporters garbage, Joe Biden hosted kids at the annual White House Halloween party. He entered the party with his wife, Jill, dressed as a giant panda. Of course, you know all about pandas, right? You know all the subtext about pandas and the hidden meaning there, of course. We've covered it here on the show. So, yeah, that was kind of bizarre and creepy enough. But that's all really the mainstream media really showed you. CNN, in fact, I watched CNN's videos on their YouTube channel. And what CNN showed you specifically was just the panda and then him like kind of, laughing and having some fun. And that's it. They selectively edited out the really creepy parts of this where Joe Biden starts gnawing on children's feet and biting their legs as he invites like different parents with their babies to come up and interact with the president. Let me just gnaw on this foot. Let me just chew on your leg. And why would, by the way, if you're that mom, she's like, yeah, this is fun. Like, this is fun. I'm just going to look at you. Or you're enjoying this, right? This creepy old man is chewing your foot. So here's some videos. You want to see this actually in action?
No, I don't, but okay.
Who?
Well, there's Trump's next line. He's eating the babies.
Yeah. And they're going to turn it into a song. He's eating the babies.
She's like,
He's
bye.
eating
Bye
the
then.
babies. They're eating the cats. They're eating the babies. Look, let me just gnaw on that leg. I'm just hungry. I didn't get it. They don't feed me in this White House. Can I just gnaw on your face? And this mom is like, yeah, this is fun. Oh, I'm so thankful. Thanks so much.
That is a super cute baby, though.
Oh, my God. The creepiness. And like a few weeks ago, he was at a campaign stop and he was speaking and he said, and there was like some babies in the front row. There's some little kids there. And he's like, my staff has told me I gotta stay. I can't do this. I can't do this. But you know what? I'm the president of the United States. I'm going to do this. Let's bring these babies up here. So his staff has tried to keep him away from babies.
Oh.
They've specifically tried to keep him away from this. And he just was like, you know what? They told me I shouldn't do that anymore, but just bring these babies up here. I just want to gnaw on them a little bit.
Those people are counting the minutes until they don't have to babysit that guy anymore.
But actually, here's an interesting question, though, right? Because his staff knows that he does this around babies, and they know that he just threw Kamala Harris under the bus by labeling every Trump supporter
I see where you're going
garbage.
with this. Yeah.
Did they just allow him to do this? So now we turn the page and start talking about him gnawing on babies instead of him calling Trump supporters trash.
Shalom, shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that is due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone and rule well. Peace and blessings and salutations to the whole elect. Noise in his gospel, broad, living up the standard of Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Real quick lesson. Wasn't going to be long. But anyway, what you see here is Creepy Joe, Creepy Sleepy Joe. All right. The principalities of the darkness of this world, one of the lower level luminaries of the ruling class elite. Biden is a lower level luminary, which takes his order from, the Rothschilds, the Schiffs, the Gettys, and the Bilderbergs, the Rockefellers, those particular families. He takes his orders of operation from the elites. And, all these men are blatantly pedos. I say it that way. I didn't realize that Clayton Morris was going to mention the P word because we understand that they're protected. They're juiced in. They're insiders. So they can say certain things. But, if I made a blatantly comment like that or just blurted out something like that, they'll just take my video down. Shows you how biased this algorithm of YouTube is. But regardless, this is your beloved president of the United States, Creepy Sleepy Joe, the one who you Keisha's head over bend or hand over fist swarping down that he had the best interests of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to find out that he was a fraud the whole time. And we've been telling you that this current administration was nothing but a bunch of freaks and warlocks and witches. You see that his wife, Jill Biden, dressed up as a panda, which they had something which is called, was it raccoon eyes or something? Panda. I need to look up what the panda symbolizes in witchcraft. Let me look it up real quick. Give me a second. Symbolism of panda in witchcraft. because these sorcerers, they're nothing but a bunch of witches, man. Okay. Now, they say that the panda symbolizes luck and peace. Okay. And a spirit animal brings both gentleness and power. It teaches you the importance of patience and help you always keep a positive attitude. That's the so-called spiritual meaning of. But in the form of witchcraft, a spiritual meaning, like as far as a witchcraft, and it's a dark omen to it. You know, now it's a little deeper than what I can actually go into. But the spiritual meaning of a panda is nothing more but something sinister which deals with potentially child sacrifice, man. As we know in the history, the Israelites, we had well, I would say they, because the righteous, we've never really followed such a custom. But wicked Israelites, they've had a history of sacrificing their kids to Molech, okay? Which when you go to these modern day 187 clinics or the Planned Parenthood clinics, those are basically modern day altars of Baal, which that word Baal goes into Lord, ruler, head, you know. But then again, you know, a lot of Jakes sacrificed their kids into Molech, which when you go into Molech, you go into what they call Bohemian Grove. They have this fucking 60, 70 foot statue owl that the elites run around butt ass naked, and they worship this deity called Molech, which goes into Malak, or which means king deity or something to that sort. It's a movie called Late Night with the Devil, and basically the host of the TV show, in order for him to get ratings on that show, he had to sell his soul to the elites. And they showed you in the beginning when they went among the groves and the trees, they showed you that he was among the elites of the world, you know, among other celebrities, like, you know, presidents go there, politicians go there, you know, state governors, they all go to this place called Bohemian Grove, which is located in what part of California is that? Let me look it up real quick. I forgot it. But basically, hold up. Bohemian Magic. All right, let's look this up, because I know it's in a particular part of California. I just can't remember exactly the actual. Hold up, let me look it up. Bohemian Grove. Yep, Monte Rio, founded in 1878. Yep, let's look it up here. Bohemian Grove, yep, the restricted 2,700 acre campground in Monte Rio, California, founded in 1878, and it belongs to a private gentleman's club known as the Bohemian Grove. It says here, in the mid-July each year, the Bohemian Grove hosts a more than 2-week encampment of some of the most prominent men of the world. Hence your Rothschilds, Henry Kissinger, your Joe Biden, your Donald Trumps, your Epsteins, you know, the elite men. I don't know if Jake men go there. This is because this is mainly of that particular club of the illuminated ones. I mean, you got what they call like the Club of Rome and all these other elite groups like the Bilderbergs and the Foreign Council Relations, the Trilateral Commission. You got the high elite devils, which go to these particular ritualistic events, and they run around butt ass naked and partake in feasts and orgies and sacrifice, man. And this is nothing more than that. He's there too. Okay, but see, you try to tell a black woman that, they're like, nah, you can't say that about Joe Biden. He a Democrat. He gave us more child support. He gave us more food stamps. You can't say that he's a good guy. Simpletons. Okay, even Kamala, she's aware of Bohemian Grove. Okay, I don't know if the women is able to attend, but then again, I wouldn't doubt it. Okay, because they freak off with the women, and the women are engaged in orgies and sacrifice and all that other shit. You know, but basically, the Rothschilds, this is basically a place where they go to sacrifice unto their gods, man, Satan. So what you see here is nothing more than that. These are the dark rulers of this world, you see. But it says it's found in Monte Rio, California. Hold on one second. Yep, Clint Eastwood, Henry Kissinger, Walter Cronkite, Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan, Charles Schwab, Ambrose Bierce, Bret Harte, Mark Twain, Jack London, just to name a few people that have went to this particular ritualistic event. Okay, it says it's Late Night with the Devil, based on a Bohemian Grove. And it says the Grove in Late Night with the Devil is based on the real Bohemian Grove. Yeah, meaning he had to go there and make sacrifices, man. He had to, in order to get that TV show to be popular, he had to present a sacrifice because he was losing popularity. It was a TV show back in the 70s, according to that movie. And basically, you know, when you look at Steve Harvey and you look at all these Jerry Springer, all these men that have these popular talk shows, it just shows you what they have to go through in order to make it in this world, man. All right. And it's no different with these celebrities. But it says, where the Bohemian Club of San Francisco and San Francisco, that's why San Francisco is such a freak show. I believe is in the, what do they call it? The Redwoods or something. Can't remember the name of the woods that it's called. But it says San Francisco hold its annual meeting founded in 1872. The club was initially performed by young journalists known as Bohemians who wanted a private place to drink and socialize with other enthusiasts. Sure. Okay. Hold up. Let me look this up too. Jeremy Woods. It says, what is the name of the Bohemian Grove owl? God Moloch. Yep, Moloch. The owl statue is actually a statue of the pagan god Moloch, to which sacrifices are being made. And you can look this up. I'm actually looking it up right now. Hold up. Red Oaks. Poplar Forest in Northern California. Redwood Forest, the famous forest. Sierra National Forest. I'm trying to think of that forest with them big ass trees, man. I think it's called, I can't recall, man, but me and the brothers always talk about it all the time. But it's the big forest, like the trees are damn near giant, man. I don't know if this is where they go. It's not the Redwood Forest of California, but if a brother know what I'm talking about, they can put it in the comment board. It kind of slips my thought. They got them big ass, them big red trees, but you know, neither here nor there. But basically what you're seeing him is basically sexualizing a damn kid, you know. And this guy has allegations. His own daughter wrote in a book that she used to have to stay up late at night to take showers because he would go in and he would try to grope her in the fucking shower. You know, his daughter, Ashley Biden, brought that information out. But everybody wrote off like, yeah, right. And he can never do such thing. But like I said, these elites, they have certain immunity to certain punishments, man. But see, simple as Jake, they'll see this and don't think nothing about, oh, he's just being friendly with the kids. Oh, Joe Biden. Yet they'll let their daughters and sons go sit on this man's lap while he's groping them from behind. And this is why 2/3 of you niggas got to be destroyed. Because like I said, it's too much. We're in an information age now. And this information is readily available. As it tells us in the book of Daniel, the 12th chapter, that knowledge should increase and people should run to and fro. You know, the World Wide Web, okay? Because when you're on the World Wide Web, you have information that's coming globally, okay, from these satellites and from what they call fiber optics, these optic cables that they put underground and run through the ocean, and also satellites. You know, this is why we have the World Wide Web, you know, which this whole AI shit, man, is getting out of hand too, because AI is going to be the fuel to the new world. That's going to be the whole mechanism. The chip is going to run off AI. So you can speak or think something, then they'll deploy a task force at your ass, man, and AI generate. You know, physical cops ain't got to show up to your crib no more if you're violating certain privileges that they think that you had. Yet fucking drones show up at your crib and issue you a salutation or deploy some type of AI military force to come in and bust in your house and take you to prison, man. This is why we gonna need the Lord, man. You know, me and one of the elder brothers was talking about it briefly last night, and you know, he brought that idea to fruition. And I'm like, it makes sense, because when you look at Demolition Man and you look at iRobot, you look at Total Recall, even the remake one, you got a movie called Minority Report as well, man. All these movies were circumventing around AI, like in The Matrix, Terminator. That was all between the war of man and machine, because AI is shit. Hey, you may have AI that fight a nuclear war that's launching missiles, man. You know, it's constantly learning. All the videos we do, everything that we say, everything that we think, that it's already catching on to it, you know? It's crazy. As I'm doing this video, this algorithm is learning me, bro. It's learning what They got a dossier on all the camps. They know us by name somewhat. I mean, it's still it's a little sketchy here and there, but overall, they know us, man. I did a little type search on some things, man. I was surprised at the information that came up. I was like, wow. They know brothers are passionate. They know brothers teach on social media. They know. They damn near almost got the names right, you know. Some of them, not all of them. But they know. They know about the Israelites, man. They know about the camps. They know Great Millstone is dealing with particularly prophecy, and they're very passionate. This AI shit is really getting out of hand, man, you know. But anyway, back to the lesson. Just a quick lesson. This is the book of Ephesians 6, and I'm going to start at verses 12. It says, 11, it says, "For put on the whole armor of Yahweh so that you may be able to stand against the firm all strategies of the devil," okay? And Joe Biden is the devil, okay? He's one of many devils in the world, but he's the son of Satan. He's an Edomite, okay? This is the one who you black women, who you simple rules went and put in office 4 years ago, okay? But they got the nerve to label somebody a pedo, you know, like this whole Diddy thing. Diddy is a piece of shit. Don't get it twisted. He's affiliated, you know, but Diddy ain't done nothing no worse than these demons than did. These demons have done 10 times the amount of punishment. I mean, the 10 times the amount of offenses that some fucking P. Diddy did. Puff Daddy, you know, which I'm not advocating for Diddy, the diddler, but he's the newest meme right now when this guy should be, you should already look, he raised red flags when he was talking about the crime bill, man. Back in 2005, I think he was dealing with Justice Roberts, and he mentioned that basically people going to put a microchip in order to be able to buy and sell and trade. This nigga said that shit. Okay, and yet nobody seems to remember that, but yet everybody is talking about P. Diddy, some fucking R. Kelly, some Young Dirt. What's this dude's name? Lil Dirt. Fuck is all you little niggas, man. It's just a mess. But when you tell Keisha that, she don't see this. Oh, no, he just being nice. Okay. How about you let your kid stay with him and see what happens? Your kid ain't gonna have a rectum hole no more. That's what that movie Dr. Sleep was all about. But it says, "For we are not fighting against flesh and blood enemies, but against evil rulers and authorities of the unseen world, against mighty powers in this dark world, and against evil spirits in heavenly places," which proves that the evil spirits dwell in the heavens as well, man. Okay, they basically come through particular, because you have a spiritual world, right? And they can interfere with human affairs on the physical realm through the spirit world, man. And sometimes if they have a particular medium or a portal, they can channel themselves in the third dimension. And basically, what you know about demons or spirits, basically people will use as conduits, okay, to attract the dead or stir up certain activities of the dead. So basically, you got a bunch of demons operating in these people, man, because they're the wicked anyway. You know, like we're righteous angels. These are left-hand angels, demons. This is why they do the bugged out shit they do. This is why they're talking about nuclear war. Only a fucking devil would want to nuke the whole world. Or only a damn devil would want to poison the very water supply you need in order for nourishment to survive. Only a devil will poison the air that you have to breathe. Okay, you mean to tell me that's not an evil spirit? Of course it is. Poisoning food. You got 36 chemicals just to make wheat bread. Like, wait a minute, bread should be only 3 ingredients, man. Water, flour, and yeast. That's it. And it says here, "Therefore put on every piece of God's armor so that you are able to resist the enemy in the time of evil, when we are in the evil day. Then after the battle you will be standing firm. But stand your ground, putting on all the belt of truth and the body of armor of Yahweh's righteousness. For shoes, put on the peace that comes from the good news, which is the gospel, so that you will be fully prepared. In addition to all these, hold up the shield of faith to stop the fiery arrows of the devil. Put on a salvation as your helmet. Take the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh, and pray in the Spirit at all times and on every occasion. Stay alert and be persistent in your prayers for all believers everywhere." So we got to pray for one another, Aki, man, because these men are wicked. These are evil, wicked men, okay? Look at what Job said about them. Go to Job 30 real quick. Job 30, and I'm going to start at verses 1. It says, "But now I am mocked by people younger than I am." He was meaning in the spirit. Scripture say those that are younger than I begin to have in derision, and the Lord refers to Esau as a mere child, because that's what he is. It says, "By young men whose fathers are not worthy to run with my sheepdogs, and a lot of good they are to me, those worn out the wrenches, and they are gaunt with hunger and flee into deserts. to be desert and gloomy wastelands. And they pluck wild greens from among the bushes and eat from the roots of broom trees. And they are driven from human society. And people shout at them as if they were thieves, because they are thieves, man. Okay? So now they live in frightening ravines and caves and among rocks. And they sound like animals howling among the bushes, okay? And you go to fucking Bohemian Grove, what are they doing? They howling and cackling there. You know, they making particular noises, jumping up and down, butt naked, drinking blood, eating baby stew soup. You know, it's a mess, man. And this is why we got to get the hell out of here. You know, and they sound like animals howling among the bushes, huddled together beneath the nettles, and they are nameless fools, outcast from society. And now they mock me with their vulgar songs and they taunt me, man. Okay? And that's talking about you elites, man. You demons, you Edomites. Starting with the small hat first. All right? Let's get this. Leviticus 20:2. It says, and again, thou shalt say to the children of Israel, because this is a warning to you, Jakes, which really ties into Wisdom of Solomon 12. It says, and again, thou shalt say to the children of Israel, whosoever he be of the children of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn in Israel, that giveth any of his seed into Molech, he should surely be put to death, and the people of the land should stone him with stones. All right, and that's the punishment for you Jakes that sell out to these people, because a lot of that stuff that goes down in the Bohemian Grove, a lot of it be child sacrifice, man. Okay, when they're sacrificing their kids to Molech, this is what they do. Okay, matter of fact, let's look at this real quick. Bohemian Grove. Which Bohemian goes into like a large being or something, or some kind of some sort. Monte Rio. Basically, this is Molech. That's like a fucking 200-foot statue, man. And this is public information, but yet people say, oh, y'all conspiracy theorists. Ain't nothing conspiratorial about that. That's what it is. You can look this stuff up on Wikipedia. One of the famous men in the world, Barack Obama, has been there. All types of stuff, man. Traditions, rituals, symbols. Grove play. It's more than just musical, okay? The musical they're talking about is butt munching and murder. And this is how they harness their power to the spiritual demon Satan. So if a celebrity or some sort of a political candidate wants to get more power, I don't think, Trump been there. But if you got a particular political candidate that want to, surface himself on a world stage and be ahead of these NGOs or these government corporations, they got to go here and they got to give their sacrifice into Molech, man. Which we just read here. It says, the children of Israel, or any stranger that sojourn in Israel that giveth any seed into Molech, he should surely be put to death. The people of the land should stone him with stones, man. Okay? So that's the concept of that. And it really goes down like that because as we read in Ephesians 6, this is what they do to harness their power, their sorcery. Okay? This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon 12, which this is talking about you Jakes, man, because Jake was in that same spirit. We had Jake that hid among the groves and the groves and then the trees and the bushes, and they secretly worship Molech and the Queen of Heaven, different deities, Ashtaroth, the fertility goddess. Jake did all that. And really, these are ancient Babylonian or ancient Hamitic customs. They learned this from those Hamitic nations, those black devils. And this is what Jake really learned it from. And this is why Esau has such a strong presence down there in Africa and even down in Haiti. Because technically this information comes from Ham. They was the one that was doing this shit first. Okay? But this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon 12:3. It says, for it was by thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of thy holy land, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices, and unto those merciless murderers of children and devourers of men's flesh and the feast of blood. Okay? And that's what Jake was doing. But it says murderers of children because they sacrificed their kids into Molech. And it says with their priests out of the midst of thy idolatrous crews and the parents that killed with their own hands souls destitute of help, man. Okay? And this is what happened. This is why back in the early 90s and the 80s, man, you always seen them kids on back of a milk carton. Hey, they was trying to tell us in these movies Halloween, you know, the Michael Myers movies, all about, you know, a particular tribe, particular child raising up to spare an entire tribe. So he had to offer a sacrifice to San Juan. They call him Samhain, but it's San Juan, you know. They offer up sacrifices, and, you know, basically once he killed the whole tribe, then he spared his whole generation. And then the power left him and it was bestowed upon another kid, you know. That's what these movies about. Same thing with It the Clown, you know. Same thing, kids coming up missing. It was all child-centric. This is a wicked world, and that's one of the highest form of witchcraft. Even Aleister Crowley went into it, you know, going into the rectum hole of a person, but ultimately a kid. Like, they'll pop the kid so hard to the point they got what they call raccoon eyes, man. They will pop the kid, and the adrenals in a kid, because, you know, the adrenaline and the stress hormone, which is the dream, we call it, it pretty much brings out the it's something that releases a hormone in the blood that when a kid is frightened, it's something to the elites. It's something that they mentioned that is something that when they deal with the kids and they frighten them to the point that Drini comes out, it's like a particular chemical that comes out, and they believe that they can harness magic from these particular children or these kids, man. You know, like the whole thing about what was it? Was it Snow White, or what? Which was that, when basically she looked in the mirror and she basically became young? You know, they showed you that in those fucking Snow White, the Seven Dwarfs, Bewitched. What's the other one? Cinderella, all those Disney movies and shit. Bro, it all is all witchcraft. It's all sorcery. And yet our kids were sitting up there watching it, thinking it was like some type of Saturday special or something like that. And it was entertainment, but they were programming our kids, man. And this is why the kids are all messed up today. You know? But, I want to look it up. What is the largest trees in California? I gotta find that, man. I gotta find it, man. I gotta. Sequoia tree. Okay, sequoia trees. Right. What forest? What is? Man, I ain't putting it in right, man. I don't. But Gad was heavy up there, though, man. I don't think it's Calaveras Big Tree State Park. I don't. Sequoia National Forest. I don't fucking know, man. Bakersville, California. Monolos. I don't know. But anyway, man, Slocky, I couldn't really find it. It'll come to me when I shut the video down. But anyway, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to you. How about Shimi? How was shy? Lord's will, you were edified. To the next session. Shalom.